Hello boys and girls, welcome again to the shop. Got a special one today. A friend of mine who works at a certain moving company and storage company, which I'm not going to say because of reasons, sent me a text message and said, I've got something for you. If you can get it to work, it would be awesome. I got it home and thought it would be really good to shoot a video on making it work. It just so happens to be something that I've never worked on before. It's something that I personally think it'll be good to get my teeth in and just sink into and try. It's an interesting machine. It's an old machine. It was last certified in 1994. That's when it was gone through and made sure that it works. But we're going to open it together. I'm going to plug it in. You're going to see it work, hopefully. And we're going to see if we can fix what's broken, because as from what I can tell, at least one thing that I can tell from the outside is broken. It does need to be fixed. Other than that, you're coming along on this adventure with me. So give me just a second, I'll show you what it is. Just hang on. Just hang on. Just give me a second, because it is one of these. Now this, like I said, was certified in 1994, certified working and functioning in 94. It's got a great big glare on it. Let's see if I can get that glare off of there. There we go. It is a Japanese machine. It has Japanese kanji there, here, down here on the bottom, and right here. Now it does have numbers on it. The numbers, as far as I can tell, are serial numbers. They are certification numbers, because apparently in Japan you have to have these things certified. You have to have them put in some kind of certification service. I do know that the bulb down here is broken. I actually have it over here. When we were moving it around, it fell out. So it is broken. But I think what we're going to do, before this whole thing wraps up, we're going to clean it up, we're going to make sure everything's good, but before that happens, before I send it out, because I have somebody interested in it already, we're going to replace all the lights. We're going to replace them with LEDs, I hope. I've never done that before, so we're just going to have to see. It may work, it may not work. So let's plug her up. Alright. It did have some coins in the tray. As you can see, these coins are... Whoa. That's interesting. You can see these coins are... They say pachinko on them. Century pachinko something. I don't know what that bottom word is. If you can see it here, I'll try and get it in camera. If you can see it, come on, focus. 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 Anyhow, I'll get a picture of it so you can see it. But it says pachinko on it. Now, I thought pachinko was played with balls, little ball bearings that you dropped in, and it done about the same thing. As you can see, these are all lights. These have to be incandescent bulbs. They have to be. Actually, I can see the incandescent bulb in that one right there and right there. So I'm thinking that all of these are incandescent bulbs. This used to be a lock. I do know that. This used to be a lock that was here, and the former owner or whatever punched it out. Like, I can stick my finger in there. That's where the lock goes. So we're going to see if I can open it, but we're going to see if it runs real quick. Alright. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. It does run. Look at there. It is running. I will try and get some up close. It is running. The button that I know is broken is this one. Like, I don't know what it does, and apparently these are supposed to work and they don't. So that's two things that need to be fixed. I don't know if the counters out here are supposed to work, but it appears that everything else does work in one way or another. Let's get a little higher here. So it does stop. It stops on its own, so it has a timeout on it, which is great. You know, that works. A timeout for something like this is if you just want to drop the coins in and let it do it on its own. I do know that about slot machines. You can either stop them, which is what these are. That's the skill part of this, is you can stop this with these if you want to, but apparently this one don't work. I think it's got something to do with that button. I'm not sure. But let's try 2. Let's see if it works with 2. We know it works with 3. There's 2. Okay, so it does keep count of your lines here, your win lines, so that's good. That's something that can be knocked off. I'm going to put all of these in here. All of these came already in the tray. They're apparently all pachinko coins. Like I said, I have no idea what pachinko is. I thought pachinko was played with little ball bearings. But this is a Japanese machine. I will have to pull my phone out and Google Translate to see if everything works. But okay, so this is a part 1. This is just part 1. 2 coins works. 1 coin works. Alright, so I don't have to worry about the coin mechanism itself, which is good. That is something that I don't have to worry about. Now comes the fun part. We know it runs, we know it does. What is the payout? Now, the payout scheme is interesting. It is one of those that, if it pays out, how often does it pay out? When does it pay out? What the winnings up here apparently are 1 coin, 3 coins, 6, 15, 15, and 15. And then there's multipliers over here for bonus. Hey, look at there. I got 6. Woo! Okay. So we know it works. We know it pays out now. That's a good thing. We know that it has a payout. Payouts are great, right? Now I don't have to worry about the electronics as far as payout schemes goes, which is fine. Because this lock is busted, let's just see what it takes to open this thing. I do know that they hinge, right? They hinge from right to left, so it'll open this way. That's the reason I moved you guys over here, because I know it will open this way. But that's all I know. So let's get this thing open, see what it looks like. Let's see if I can get you set up where you can see inside when I open it up here. I want you to get the full effect of opening a slot machine. Now you see the hole there, the hole right there. The hole is where the lock goes. So beforehand, when you would open this for maintenance, you would insert a key, turn it. There's a lock up here. I don't know if you guys can see up there on the top. Yeah, the lock up here is one of those round key security locks. I do not have either of these keys. I have nothing. So let's just I got a light here, so let's turn it on, get it up in there, see what I can see. It's just a dark hole. Oh wait, come on. Oh, I see the latching mechanism. Ah, shit. Come on. I see you in there. Ah. It's open. Hey, looky, looky, looky. Looky, looky, I got a cookie. Alright. Something to hold the door open. Something to hold the door open. I need something to hold the door open. You know what? Let's use a sander stick. That'll work. Just something to pin the door open. That's not gonna work. Yeah, well, we'll put it up here. No, that ain't gonna work neither. 20 minutes to figure out something to hold the damn door open. Alright, hang on. Let me get... I've got an idea. Give me a second. I got an idea. Use a door stop. I mean, it is a doorstop, and it is a door I'm trying to stop, so let's just use a damn doorstop. Hey, look at there. All right. So the inside of a slot machine. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, see the previous owner, right there is the old lock. It was apparently drilled out and punched out, so that's one thing that's going to have to be replaced. What are we looking at here? We're looking at, okay, we've got some definitely older things. If I'm not mistaken, these are the bulbs. Yep, incandescent bulbs. Looky there. Incandescent lighting. So hopefully I can replace this one, and this one, and all of these over here with LEDs. I'm hoping to replace these two because these actually work. The stop lights, these stop things were actually lit up, so they do work. There's one of the lights flashing, so we know the lights work. I don't know if I want to replace them with LEDs or not. Also, I just seen that the readout right there works, tells you how much you won, which is great. That means I don't have to replace that. The free game, I don't know if it works. I honest to God don't know if it works. I'm really super excited though, because we have this thing open and it's neat as hell looking on the inside. It just is. I know that the front piece here comes off because it was off, and I see right here the little tab right here that holds that on. And I know these things are incredibly expensive if you break them, so I don't want to. Yep, there's the bracket setup, wiring setup for the bulb that fell out. And these things supposedly are extremely expensive because they are actual glass and you have to fix them. There's the name of it. Come on, focus. Focus. It's not focusing. Why is it not focusing? Anyway, so there is the whole thing. It is called the Solex Super Oriental Load Express. Yeah, you can tell that it's a universal machine. If you understand and can read kanji, there it is. But apparently, this machine is an 80s model, from what I have been told. That it is an 80s model that was last certified in '94. This is a little bit of paperwork that we found that came with it. Very little bit of paperwork that came with it. From what I can see, don't get me wrong, from what I can see in this so far, we've got the tumblers. There's these guys, and they're dirty. Like, they're super dirty. Like, all of this is going to have to be cleaned. How mud got into it? Because that's what that looks like. That looks like mud. That really, yeah, that's just mud. It's just mud. So maybe it got wet. Maybe it got dirty. Like, maybe it was flooded. Maybe it was, I don't know. But you could tell a minute ago that it worked. It was running. There's more kanji down there in the bottom, right? There's that. I don't know what that says. That says the last time it was shopped was in 7/23/98, I believe. 7/23/98 was the last time it was cleaned. So I don't know. It's got the in and outs right there. You can see how many times it has been played and how many times it has been paid out, right? So it counts how many times coins go in and the tumblers spin. When you click the play knob, when you click the play knob down, it automatically counts that as an in. then when it pays out, it counts a payout. There's an awful lot of dirt, but if you look down here, it's apparently got a bunch of coins in it, and I mean a bunch of coins. Get out of the way there, lanyard. It's got a bunch of those coins in there and in there. So we know that this machine works. So where to start? Do I start on the door trying to fix the wiring, or do I start over here just trying to clean stuff up? Oh, decisions. I think what we need to do first is work on getting all of these coins out. Because apparently they're all in the back of the thing back there. There may be more somewhere. Apparently there was a box or something right here, because you see those two brackets back there? Those should have held a catch box for this. So when this got too full, the coins would ride down this chute and into a catch box. But I'm not sure. I don't know. That's going to be the antithesis of this entire video, is me saying a bunch of times, I don't know. Like, you can tell it's kind of dirty back in there, and the wiring is, it's muddy. It just looks muddy, and I don't know why. What mud? It smells really strong of cigarette smoke. Bad strong of cigarette smoke. But it works, and that's what I'm overjoyed about, is it works. To be as old as it is and as dirty as it is, it works. Now, as I said, we're going to try, let me set you guys back down over here. We are going to try to do as much as we can with this. I'm going to try not to get a bunch of back shots, because I know y'all don't want to stare at my back for 30 minutes or however long this video happens to be. I'm trying to set my tripod up. Give me just a second. It's going to be a lot of ums in this too, because frankly I have no idea. So what we're going to do, we'll just take these coins and we'll dump them in here. Why not? We'll put these coins in there. Why not? I dropped some out there. Okay, so we know the payout thing works, because that's what this is. This is your payout box. So, alright, so there's a button down here. I don't know what that button does. It's a button, and there's a switch. The button apparently does nothing. And the switch turns the damn thing on. Okay. Shut up. Apparently it has an alarm in it. Just start pushing buttons. You'll figure something out. Alright, let me clean these fucking coins up. Oh! Alright, so this thing's got an alarm in it. How do you like that? It's got an alarm. It says somebody's opened me and they're fiddling with shit. Alright, so this says switch on and off. I'm fairly sure it's what it says up there in Japanese too. So, okay. So that's a master switch. Master switch. Turns the whole thing off. Right. Gotcha. So is that like a breaker? Yes, it's a breaker. Okay, good. So we've got a breaker switch. That's awesome. I don't have to worry about turning it off when it's plugged up. Groovy. Okay. Let's relocate my light so that it's a little bit more convenient here. Yay. Okay. So, first things first, getting this thing cleaned up. Let's pull that out, because it looks like it just pulls to me and it slides out. So let's do that. Oh wow, okay. That is actually quite heavy. Alright. Oh, looky. I found things. So there, right there, is the plug. It looks like a serial plug or some type of 24-pin plug. And on-off LED. See, I'm going to have to get Google out again to find out what that and that says. Just because I don't know. It says something. Probably tells me what the LED is for and the on-off switch is for. So on just immediately turns that on and gets it to run, and it spits all the coins out. And of course off just means off. You can just turn it off. Like it goes into standby mode, right? When the switch is off, this reports to the brain. When the switch is on, it just dumps everything that it's got in there out that tiny little nasty icky slot. Now, does this need to be cleaned? The slot does, because apparently that slot and that slot meet. So every time somebody was smoking around this thing, it went in and into this. So I don't know if I need to tear this apart. It's working, so I'm probably not going to tear it apart, but that's that. So let's get this thing tore down. Or not really tore down, just put into pieces. Just randomness pieces. That's the bag. This is the bag that the coins that were in it first came in. This bag had the coins in it and it was laid in that tray. So that's actually a decent looking bag. Manufacturer of Enforcer Security Systems and Accessories. Enforcer. Industrial wide gap surface mount, 36-inch wire leads. Oh, this is a lead bag. Closed loop lead bag. Magnetic contact lead bag. Okay. Whatever. To me, that's trash. It's just plastic. Alright, so unplug it carefully. Come. There we go. Now this comes out. I'm going to move my boxes around here. So this little box right here, just in case you see it, is an old screw box that I had, but I learned from my dad many years ago that when you're working on something like this, you want to keep the original screws that go with it. So you put all your screws in a box like this so you can keep them with you. And I was correct. There's, holy shit, a ton of coins back there. And it appears to be, if you want to see, I don't know if you want to see or not, it appears to be that there was a critter living in here at some point in time, because that appears to be, to me, a rat nest or a mouse nest or something. But then again, you see, this is the probably the original sticker that says that this board is original to the thing, right? It's not been monkeyed with or messed with or anything else. But that right there, that little bit of rat nest, explains all of that back there. This up here, maybe even some of the dirt that's on the rollers, and that up there, which that is the power supply, and to have some kind of water or pee damage on it scares me. I did just notice, maybe you guys noticed too, that there's a blue handle right here. Don't know what that blue handle does. It probably opens this up here. Get in focus. It probably opens this up here. I'm not going to lie, I don't know. But probably. And to access the bulbs in here, this counter, the bulbs over here and the bulbs behind here, as well as these, more than likely that's where you do it, is from that handle. So we, like I said, we're going to go from the bottom up, right? Because that's how I want to clean it. So let's get all of those, all the coinage out of there. If you can call it coinage. I don't know that you can call it coinage. Tokens, pieces, parcels. Let's get a little closer. There we go. That's a little better shot. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if you would call them coins. I don't know if you'd call them tokens. I don't know if you would call them pachinkos, because like I said, I thought pachinko was tiny little steel ball bearings that you dropped in and you watched them ting 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 and come down. Almost like the plinko on The Price is Right, right? You put the disc in it, you stick it all the way down. I thought that's what pachinko was, but I may be wrong. I don't know. So, yes, staring at that rat nest is making me itch. I will be cleaning my hands after this whole thing. I will be washing my hands because unclean. But anyway, coins first, I guess. We'll dig the coins out, put them in the cup or in the machine. Wow, there's a lot of coins in there. But yeah, here we go. We'll just pull the coins out real quick. I mean, I guess I could wash the coins. I guess. I don't know. See, this thing keeps making noise, so I'm going to unplug it. Just because I don't want to touch something, and it looks like there is braided grounding cables in here that are all along the edges. I don't know if that's an anti-tampering thing, if it's an anti-theft thing, or what, but there is like braided aluminum wire, you might be able to see it back there, that goes all the way around this thing. It goes all the way to the top. Might be grounding wire. I don't know. Let me tell you. This, like I said, I'm very excited about this because I've never done anything like this. I've never picked anything like this apart, so it may be an interesting thing to see. Yeah, see, this one's completely different. This one's completely different. See, this one says 777 on it. If I can get the camera to focus, it says 777 on it, and it's got cherries on the back side. It says Olympia Machine. So apparently this is, I don't know. I do not know. This is a very interesting thing. And they're different type of pachinko coins. This one says Olympia on one side and pachinko on the other. This one is just Japanese writing. These are just Japanese writing. I don't know. I really, honest to God, do not have a clue. But we're going to clean them out. I've got my vacuum over there. I figured I was going to have to do some cleaning on this thing in one way or the other. So I'm going to vacuum it out, but I'm probably going to cut the audio out so you don't have to hear it, because the vacuum I have is incredibly loud. We're gonna I really want to clean these off, right? Because the mud that's on them just looks very odd. Did I bump that? Anyhow, because it was off. The watermelon was off. I also need to figure out how to calibrate it, right? How do you calibrate it for wins, right? How do you calibrate what wins and what doesn't? And is that a thing, right? Is it a thing for me to calibrate it to where I can go, okay, this is a win, this is a win, this is a win? Can I calibrate it for quarters instead of these things? Are these just a quarter substitute? Are they heavy like quarters? I mean, they feel like quarters, right? They have the same weight as quarters, but are they quarters? Right? If I dropped a quarter in here, would the machine go and just spit it back out at me? I don't know. It's like I said, this machine, supposedly, from the paperwork we found, is from the 80s, 1982 to be exact. It runs, supposedly, right? Well, we know it works, because sorry, somebody texted me. We do know it works, we know it pays out, because we've visually seen it in the beginning of this. But does it... Well, I mean, if it pays out and it takes quarters, then yes, I can swap it over to U.S. currency and it will pay out, right? So, apparently, this machine, or not really this machine, but this setup, the 3 rollers and the brain, the computer, is interchangeable, right? So a win is a win, period. It doesn't matter if it's overseas, if it's over here, and I know that's kind of like duh, like that you don't need to state that, but a win is a win. So it should, in theory, be just a straight, like, put quarters in it if I can get it to take quarters. If I need to reprogram something over here, if it takes quarters, the quarters fall in, the quarters pay out. It's an American machine now. Whatever. If I have to go in and I have to calibrate it for quarters, because these things are not necessarily, I mean, they feel like quarters. They feel like a quarter should, like a quarter weigh, right? Like a weight. Then it should work. It should be fine. You wouldn't be able to read much of it because I don't know how to get these things reprinted. I don't know if I can get them reprinted. That's another thing, is I guess you would call it lithograph. Like I said, this is my first venture into this kind of thing, so we'll see. There are friggin' coins everywhere. There's even coins back there where the nest is. So let's vacuum all this up and see what we can get a hold of here, because wow. But as I said, this is going to be loud. This is going to be a very, very loud thing to do. This is going to be a very, very loud process. I don't think that y'all want to listen to it. So I am going to try and take it out in post. Just because it's, like I said, my little vacuum cleaner here, which, by the way, these Express vacs are great for small things, but the container here on the front is only that long. It's very small. It's used for very small stuff like this. So if you can get them, great. They're wonderful. They're loud as hell, but they do their job. They do what they're supposed to, and they work. But like I said, they are very loud. So pardon me for a minute. Kind of excuse the pause. And I'm going to suck all this up. So give me a second. Alright, loud noise is over with. Yay, okay. Let's see. I couldn't get the biggest part of the rat nest out of there because it's under it. So I'm probably going to have to take that off. I don't necessarily want to, but it's probably going to have to happen. It does have Phillips screws on it, which is good. Okay. So, righteous. Okay. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it on a win. Wheels marked the way they are. I don't know how to... I don't want to mess with the wheels. I want to clean them, but I don't want to mess with them. I don't know, do the wheels come out? Can I take them out? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just focus on this. So, I have a wire brush over there so I can clean the rails up. I'm going to try and clean everything up, try to make it the way it needs to be. I did notice that this thing also has a lock on it, right there. And these apparently are 3 amp fuses. Like they're all 3 amp fuses. The fuses don't bother me. Trying to figure out a way to clean this without completely taking it apart, though, is baffling me. Like there's a piece of metal laid up here that I have no idea what it's for. It's just a piece of metal. I don't know. It's just a piece of metal. Okay, so how far along are we here? Do I need to do a number 2? We're almost 40 minutes in, so yeah. Okay, so we have the base machine out, we have the feeder out, which is great. I think I might put it in the floor, just so it doesn't get knocked off. That's fine. I guess the next thing needs to be to unplug things so I can get the brain out of it and get the readers off of it so I can take this box out. I mean, we're not in Japan anymore, so I don't have to be a certified licensed game mechanic, I guess is what that blue sticker's for. Just looking at it though, I don't see any chewed wires, a lot of dust, a lot of cigarette schmutz. It does have a magnetic reader back here for something. I'm guessing the magnetic reader was for the tray that went right here, so it would tell when you dumped and put it back, when you dumped coins into here. I don't know. I really don't know. If you out there in YouTube land and anybody that sees this knows anything about these at all, anything about slot machines, period, hit me up. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments and let me know that. Let me know that you know something. What the brain is, how to work on it, how to fix certain things. Like I said, I don't see any rat damage. I mean, there's no, and the plugs seem to be okay. The pigtails seem to be alright. I don't see any chew marks, any chew damage, which to have a rat nest in it is wonderful, right? I don't see anything chewed up. I don't see anything chewed on. I don't see any evidence of chewing of anything. I might find it once I dig in deeper. I lie. There's some there right here, right there on that wire. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that wire is a little chewed. Which a wire in all of these wires is immaculate for me, right? I can pretty much fix that wire on my own by myself, and I don't have to worry about anything else. The lock I'll fix, but right now I think the big first step footprint is getting into this, getting this done, seeing if I can take it off without taking that lock off. I really hope I can, because I don't want to break that lock. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a little bit at a time, little pieces, little chunks. That's going to be the whole thing of this is Little Chunk Slot Machine. There we go. That's the name of the episode. Little Chunk Slot Machine. Because the more little chunks I can pull out of it and fix and put back and make it operational, the better. The happier I am. So if you enjoy stuff like this, please like, comment, give me a subscription, a follow. You know, I like good jazz. I know it's bad etiquette to ask for subscriptions, but hey, I need them. I would like to have them. I don't necessarily need them, but I'd like to have them. I'd like to hear you guys' feedback. But yeah. Did I put my foot in my mouth when I said that I could make this thing look better than what it does and fix any of the little problems with it? I don't know. We'll see. That's all I can say. I don't know. We'll see. But follow me on the adventure. I think you'll like it. But for now, till next time, till part 2, have a good day. We'll see you later.